Alright guys, we're back with the Civivi 9CR18, and I've been saying for a while I'm going to start doing different edge finishes and see what kind of results we get. So these two are first up. You can see I took these to 8,000 grit ceramic finish. There we go, it's a better look. So both these 8,000 grit, 15 degrees per side, strap same way as always. So I wanted to see, would they cut more? Would it cut less? Was there going to be any change at all? So I went ahead and found out. Backlash, nausea, both 9CR18. Go ahead and speed through that cutting and come back and talk about how both these did with an 8,000 grit polish on them. Alright, we got that cutting out of the way. Go ahead and talk about the backlash first. When I tested it before with a 1500 grit diamond finish on it, the verification run on this was 125 feet fine edge, 70 feet working edge, for a total of 195 feet cut in the normal 1-inch section. So 8,000 grit finish now. How did this do? I guess I'll go ahead and say my progression was I did a normal sharpening like I would for the regular test that I do, up to 1500 grit diamond plate, and then I went ahead and did ceramic up to 8,000 grit. I used a 2,500 grit, a Spyderco fine Fine, I'll have to look. Fine or ultra fine, whichever one's 4,000 grit. And then I used 8,000 grit ceramic waterstone. So for the polished edge on this one, 125 feet fine edge, 72 feet working edge, for a total of 197 feet. So close enough, no gain, no loss, pretty much a wash. I had no idea what to expect with this 9CR18. Outside of a little bit of use prior to this and testing, it's not something I've really used. So we'll talk about it in a minute. So then we go on to the nausea. And this one, 131 feet fine edge, 93 feet working edge, for a total of 224 feet in a 1-inch section. So I did this one the same as the backlash, all the way up to 8,000 grit. And with the polished edge, this 9CR18 did 131 feet fine edge, 102 feet working edge, for a total of 233 feet. Can't remember if I talked about it in the other video. Just by the way these feel in sharpening, this one does feel good, don't get me wrong. The nausea here, it just feels better. The edge comes up good on this. It comes up really good on this one. That's why I cut 35 more feet or so, 36, something like that. So this one didn't pick up on fine edge, picked up 10 feet on working edge or total cut. Is that enough to say you're going to pick up with a polished edge? No, that's still a single-digit % gain. But I do now know that at least these Civivi 9CR18, whether it's got a more coarse diamond finish on it or a high polish on it, they're both it's going to perform about the same. I do have to get these back to people, so I do have some more 9CR18, different brands. I'm going to go ahead and do the coarse and polished on both of them, as well as the RPM 9, CJRB, and Artisan stuff. I'm going to do that also. 1500 grit diamond and polish like this, and see how those come out. Be a good learning experience. Find out what different finishes do, be it ceramic, silicon carbide, the Venevo CB that I've been using for about a month now, maybe a little more, and diamond plate. Those are the 4 different finishes that I'm going to compare. I have been working on the K390 Para 3. That one will be done very soon. Some surprising results in that one. So, as it looks, no loss, no gain. As far as I can tell, your Civivi 9CR18, if you want to run it polished, try it out. You want to run it coarse, whatever you want to do, it looks like it's going to cut the same amount. So, if you watch this far, let me know down below, how do you run yours? Do you run it with a more coarse edge on it? Do you run a high polish on it? Have you noticed any difference between any other stones? Like I said in the beginning, outside of testing and a very limited amount of use prior, think I've only had 2 knives ever in 9CR18, one about 4 years ago, and that little Schrade that I can't seem to find still. But let me know what your experience with different finishes on the 9CR18 is. Love to have those conversations. That's all I have for this. As always, I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.